Well, it's new comic day and can't believe I'm doing this. My husband sent me here for a couple books, which you will see if I'm able to get it. Could you guess which ones they were? So I thought that was it for the day, but then as I was checking out, I spotted some stacks of fresh dollar books that were being put out, and I had to go take a peek. A lot of DC Bronze Age, and that's one of my favorite eras to collect, so I couldn't pass it up for $1. So yeah, today was an interesting day. Got some pretty interesting new books and a lot of really cool surprise dollar bin finds that I will show you when I get home. So this is what getting your husband into the hobby looks like. I cannot believe that I had to go to the store and pick this up, but it was by special request. He wanted this and this. But in all seriousness, I thought this was going to be kind of a joke video, but I think I actually had my best dollar bin hunt yet. Let's just talk about this a little bit. This is Heavy Metal #1. They just relaunched this. It was kickstarted and now they are popping up in comic shops. And so he wanted this cover. He said this one was the most heavy metal. And so I supported him and I went to the shop and I bought him his titty book. And he also wanted one more comic, which was this one. And funnily enough, these were next to each other on the shelf. The heavy metal was tucked away, so it wasn't just out in the open, but yeah, he wanted Jeff and Heavy Metal. And I wound up getting Absolute Green Lantern #2. I love this story. The first issue was really cool, a very different sort of take on Green Lantern, but one that I'm really digging and really excited to read more from. There you go. I'm sure I will tell you guys what I think after I read this one. So I was actually able to catch them putting out some new dollar bin inventory, and as I was checking out, there were a few books that caught my eye and drew me over. Some really cool stuff that I would not have expected to get for $1, but here we go. And I think I forgot to mention, but this was at Gutter Pop Comics, and they are like the best dollar bin shop in the area. So I knew I was gonna find some pretty good stuff when I saw all those stacks of books. So the first couple books that I grabbed were these lenticular Green Lantern from the New 52. We got this one right here, 23.1. I've always really liked lenticular covers, so I also got the Green Lantern Future's End. This one actually has a really dope lenticular there. And this one I think is one of my favorite dollar bin finds yet. This is a very nice looking copy of a pretty cool Bronze Age book. This is Adventure Comics 440 featuring the Spectre. And I absolutely love that cover. This is Jim Aparo, and really like how you got these goons over there and they don't see that the Spectre is creeping up on them yet, but the driver does, so I just like the little story that one tells. And yeah, I really like the Spectre, really like Bronze Age horror, so I feel like this is a bit of a pocket of adventure comics I would like to collect more from. Continuing with some cool DC Bronze Age stuff. We got the Shadow #1. That's really cool. Denny O'Neil's story. I don't really know that much about the Shadow, but I know he's an old character from the pulps, so that's about the extent. But I'm excited. It looks really cool. I was flipping through it a little bit. Looks really interesting, and they had a few more Shadow books, but I figured I would just grab issue #1. I was happy to get this for $1, and it's a fairly nice looking copy. A lot of these books, even if they're kind of low grade, they all present really, really solid. So then the next one I got was Action Comics 453, another Bronze Age DC. And we have some imposter wearing a Superman mask. Another cool one for the Bronze Age Superman collection. Really like some of these weird covers, especially with Superman. This next one is one I was really surprised to get for $1. If this was in a little bit nicer shape, it might be a bit of a valuable book, but it is Secrets of the Haunted House 1, and I love me some Bronze Age DC horror. Can't go wrong with a #1 for $1. Yeah, a lot of great DC Bronze Age finds today. So we have a couple DC Comics Presents, and this one is another that, if it were in higher grade, would be a pretty valuable book, but it is not, so I got it for $1. DC Comics Presents Masters of the Universe, and this is a really cool book because it is the first appearance of the Masters of the Universe, and a lot of cool stuff there, a lot of fun characters from that universe. I really like picking up these DC Comics Presents, so I'm glad I could find one of the more valuable books from the run for $1, and it is definitely low grade. It doesn't look that bad from the front in the bag, but I'll show you the back actually has a huge chunk missing. You can see that. Huge chunk missing from the back. But hey man, as soon as I saw this, I got super excited. These are some deals I just could not pass up, even in the lower grade. For $1, can't beat such a cool book like that. And then another DC Comics Presents. This one is 53, and it's the House of Mystery. A little bit more Bronze Age DC horror goodness with some Superman. Definitely want to check that one out. And then another book that would probably be a little bit more valuable if it was in higher grade. This is the Six Flags version of the Batman Beyond comic, the first appearance of Terry McGinnis. So obviously being the Six Flags copy, this is not the more valuable one, but I feel like still people just kind of want this book anyways, and some people will go for that Six Flags copy, and it's definitely very low grade. You can't really tell in the bag that much, but the spine, especially up at the top, is very worn. But that's okay to me. I mean, doesn't look too bad from this angle that you guys are looking at it from. And just a really sick book to get for $1. First appearance of Terry McGinnis, to have it in any way. Sure, I'll take it. And then we get to one that's actually pretty clean looking for a Bronze Age DC book, which is always nice to find. This is Action Comics 445. And it's a cool Lois Lane Secret Agent cover, kinda. I think that's sort of what's going on there. Very interesting. And yeah, it looks like it's a Nick Cardy, and that's an artist I absolutely love to collect. A lot of his Superman covers are some of my favorites, so there you go. Got another Bronze Age Superman book. This is Superman 281. Very low grade copy, but hey man, it was $1 for some Bronze Age soups. Can't complain there. So the last dollar book, a bit of a different one. This is Tweety and Sylvester from Gold Key. This is number 56 from 1976, and I thought this was cool. I really like Tweety Bird, so I always pick up these comics when I can find them, and couldn't pass this up for $1. This is actually pretty nice looking shape. A lot of the times when I see these old cartoon books, they are pretty ratty and beaten up, so was happy to pick that one up. And yeah, like I said before, this was meant to be a bit of a joke video, and actually turned into probably my best dollar bin haul yet. So let me know what you thought of any of these books, and thank you all for watching. Peace out.